We must not bother ourselves about what our enemies are saying, but we must ask ourselves, why are those who claim to be our comrades silent? Why are those who are known and popular to be the most vocal on social media silently silent? Why are their voices when our movement is under attack? Where are those loud voices? Why do they not use their platforms to speak in defense of the EFF if they are truly loyal to this movement? It is our constitutional obligation to speak out and declare our confidence in this movement when those who were trusted with it chose to abandon it. However, comrade, if there are those amongst us who are to be ashamed to declare where they stand as we defend our movement, I'm willing to give you a simple task and go and look at what those closest to them are saying and how they are behaving. A leader of the EFF who is well known in the EFF, who's very popular in social media, on television, radio, and everywhere else. The EFF gets under attack. These leaders do not say anything, but because they don't know where they stand. But there is a practical way to find out where they stand. Just go and look at where their parents stand. Look at where their relatives stand. Look at where their spouses stand. You will know that those closest to them are speaking on their behalf because they whispered into their ears. They are telling you silently that as the movement recovers from a difficult elections and is surrounded by vultures, they do not choose you. They are choosing what looks like greener pastures. Many of them are opportunistic because they want to see whether they will emerge in the upcoming Third National People's Assembly before they decide whether they will remain in the EFF or not. Many of them are using the Third National People's Assembly as a threat that if they do not get elected or are not part of the leadership discussions leading up to the conference, then they will leave and join MKP. We must never be blackmailed by those who want to threaten us with leaving after the Third National People's Assembly. I want to say to them, leave now. Leave now so that we can know how many soldiers we have in this struggle to liberate our people. You must leave today because nothing is going to change between now and December. Nothing is going to change now and in the future. The future looks bright because we determine it today. We are here to make our destiny for how the future looks like tomorrow. Leave now. We have no reason to beg anyone. If you want to leave, leave now and leave us alone. Even if we are alone, we'll always continue to speak truth to power. Comrades, we did not join the struggle to be in power. We joined the struggle to liberate our people. And if our people get liberated tomorrow, even before we get into power, we can resign the struggle because our people are liberated. We are not here to self-seek. We must always stick to the principle. Comrades, it is now time to build an iron wall in defense of our movement, as we confront not only our historical enemy, but those amongst us who wish to see the death of this revolutionary movement. We must unite and close ranks against any and all elements that may seek to use our National People's Assembly as an opportunity to infiltrate and destroy the EFF. We must guard against opportunism, factionalism, and self-entitlement, greed, and all attempts to distract us from our generational mission. We have the duty to those who have fallen before us and to future generations to show that the recent elections do not mark an end of the EFF. The doomsayers have predicted the death of the EFF too many times. Fellow fighters who have died many times. And we must never be afraid to die again, because every time they have predicted our death, we have emerged stronger and more resilient. Why should you be encouraged by cowards? Why should you follow cowards? Since when cowards determine your future? Comrades, this organization has never had any challenging moment ever. We have never, amongst the leadership, differed fundamentally about anything. If that issue is there, let them raise it. And they must tell you at which platform did they raise it and what was the response. That's why they go around spreading malicious rumors, because they've got nothing politically solid as to why they betrayed the movement of the people. I was never in the negotiations for GNU. The SG was there, the TG was there, Vuyani was there. I was in Polokwane throughout the discussions of GNU. I was called by the Secretary General when the negotiations collapsed that you need to come back and apply your skills and find a way to reach out to these people that you worked with before, because we're not hearing each other. I was the first one, by the way, who said we need to join the GNU, and even declared that in public. The only difference I had with them was that I will not join the GNU that has got a DA and Freedom Front Plus. Comrades, today they say to you they were offered positions in the negotiations, and when they came to tell me, I denied them those positions, and I went behind their back to speak to Cyril for me to become a deputy president. Here is your Secretary General. Do not do it here. Do it silently in my absence. SG, were you ever offered any position in the negotiations? The answer is no. They were never offered any positions. Maybe in their imaginations, they imagined positions. There was never any position offered in the negotiations. We had never reached that level where we had to discuss positions. I met Cyril and I said this in public repeatedly. And I said to Cyril, we cannot go into a coalition with the DA and Freedom Front Plus. We are prepared as the EFF to stay outside and allow you with your 40% to constitute a minority government. And you can be guaranteed of our vote every time you come into parliament, as long as you don't go with these two of the DA and the Freedom Front Plus. There was never any name mentioned between me and Cyril except the name of Veronica Mente. I said to Cyril, even when you constitute a government of 40%, you must know we'll demand Deputy Speaker to hold that government accountable. And that Deputy Speaker is Veronica Mente. That's what I told Cyril in the discussion of two people. I told President Ramaphosa in that meeting, I'm going to have to repeat what we discussed here, because I know in the future people are going to misinterpret what we spoke about. President Ramaphosa agreed that I can communicate anything that we discussed in that meeting in public, because there is nothing untoward which was discussed in public. So who are these clowns to come around and say I've ever asked for a position from Ramaphosa, that they were offered ministers and I denied the ministers because I desperately wanted to be the deputy president? Fighters, I'm the one who said Floyd Shivambu can be Minister of Finance. I'm the one who said I'm even prepared to stand aside as long as you have Floyd Shivambu as a Minister of Finance. You must never listen to the doomsayers who have an agenda to destroy our movement. Comrades, This organization will live forever. Comrades, we are opening a new chapter now. And this chapter exists without them. If you want to belong to the previous chapter that has got them, you can go and join the previous chapter. We now are opening a new chapter, and this chapter shall exist without them. Our destiny begins now. We are marching forward without them. If you are still longing for them, you know where you can find them. They are no longer here. Nothing that looks like them is going to be found in here. Our organization is going to be a pure EFF. Our organization is not going to be EFF during the day and MK at night. Our organization is not going to become GNU during the day and EFF at night. Everything is EFF. We don't speak any other language except the EFF. Comrades, invest in this youth. The future going forward is the youth. The leadership that we are going to elect must be reflective of the youth. We must not die when we can reproduce ourselves through the youth. And because we love the youth, Floyd Shivambu shall be replaced by Snao Tambo in Parliament as a member of the Parliament of the Republic of South Africa. Comrades, Jimmy Mani shall be replaced by Narsir Paulsen, who is our commissar and a trusted confidant in the Western Cape province. We're fighting now, we're not playing. You invite us into a fight, we accept it. Where there is a fight, you will find us. We will never retreat in defense of this movement. Comrades, when you lose some votes, you are going to lose some friends. I've been where I am today. That which you see, I've seen it before. That those who were very close to me, I woke up one day, they were nowhere to be found. That those who betrayed me today were the closest after my wife to my glass of water. I now ask myself, what if these people poisoned me? Because every time I stood up to go to a bathroom, I gave over my glass to them. That's how much close these people were to me. But let me tell you, I will never lose confidence on humanity. It doesn't only happen in politics. It happens even in families. You must be alive to that reality. I thank all of you for your messages and your Bible verses. I even thought someone died or something because it was a read chapter, what, and chapter this and I was like, they don't know that it comes with the territory. We will not be betrayed today only. We'll be betrayed into the future. But ours doesn't belong to us only. We inherited it from those who died. This is not our struggle. This is a struggle of our forefathers. This is a struggle of those who came before us, died without having achieved the objective of this struggle. So you have no right at all not to believe in this cause because people died for this cause, because of the behavior of some few individuals. This is a reason more enough for you to remain determined and know why Chrisani was killed. Know why these people killed their own comrades. We should be able to learn from history that Thomas Sankara was killed by those who were close to him. We are ending the mourning period today. Stop sulking. Go and revive your branch. Keep yourself busy with the branches of the EFF. Keep yourself busy with the community issues on the ground. Let's stop complaining and moaning about people who are gone. This organization will never die. Pastors, thank you for the prayers who are done. Please don't send us any message of this too shall pass. Which one? Because it has passed. It keeps on passing. It shall pass. It must pass at some point. It has passed. So please, we appreciate the messages, we appreciate the prayers. They did not take away the ground of the EFF. They will never destroy the ground forces of the EFF. EFF is here to stay. EFF is alive today. EFF is alive tomorrow. EFF is alive in the future. The economic freedom in a lifetime will be achieved by this generation. If not our generation, many generations after us will pick up the baton and continue the struggle for economic freedom. This organization belongs to you. I hand it over to you. Look after your organization. Look after the workers. Look after the domestic workers. Look after the poor. Look after the youth. Deliver free education in our lifetime in the universities. Branches of the EFF. Defend your movement. Amanda! Amanda!
I'm a king, yes, I'm a king, I think I'm a king.